Bienvenidos de vuelta a tu Inspo. Aquí tenemos al dueño de un Volvo hermoso que les voy a presentar ahora. Gentlemen, what's your name?
Jimenez, Angel Jimenez, Elias.
Tell us, Elias, what's the story of this car?
The car started in 1970 at the New York AutoShow. And the president of Volvo, he saw the Corvette, and he decided that in Sweden, they wanted to make a car that was competitive in the United States with the Corvette. But the Volvos, up until that time, okay, they were all box cars. They were like bricks. And they weren't stylish at all. They were functional.
But not necessarily stylish.
Yeah, but they were not stylish. So he contracted Italy because they were very familiar with, sports cars. And so he contracted them to come up with a design for them to sell in the United States. And this is what they came up with. It's really an Italian design. It's a Swedish car, but it's an Italian design. And it was an international car because the parts came from Sweden, England, Germany, and the United States. So they put that all together and they came up with this car. It was manufactured from 1960 to 1973. And 1960 to 1969, it's a 2-liter. Twin SU carburetors, and then in 1969 they went to electronic, fuel injection, and which wasn't too popular because the first ones that came out weren't too good. But I prefer the twin SUs. They work really well. But it wasn't designed as a speedster. It was designed as a traveling car. It's very, very comfortable.
Yeah, to enjoy the drive.
To enjoy the drive, exactly. And that was the brain, thought, for the car. And there were 63,000 made.
63,000.
Yeah, 62 from 1960 to 1973. There are 63,000 made. In 1970, they came up with, a lot of people maybe you don't recognize it, but they came up with a station wagon, the same car. But the roof was
same car as a station wagon.
As a station wagon, yeah. The roof was extended all the way to the back because the president of Volvo liked to play golf, and he said there was no room in the car for his golf clubs. so he had them make a car, a station wagon
that could actually fit the golf clubs.
Yeah, exactly.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So anyway, and it turned out that it was very, very popular. And they sold a whole bunch of them.
Did it actually look good, though?
Oh, yeah, no. A lot of people loved it because it was a sports car station wagon. I never liked it because it reminded me too much of the Pinto.
Oh, yes. I can see why you wouldn't like that.
Yeah, the Pinto with
yes.
with the back.
And the very explosive rear.
Yeah. I just didn't like it. But this, I love the lines. It's got the long hood like the Italians. And then the back, and then the side. It's very, very Italian. It looks like a lot of people think it's an Aston Martin. A lot of people think that don't know it's a Volvo think it's a Ferrari because it's very Italian looking.
Actually, we thought it was one of the Aston Martins that James Bond used.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it looks very much like the Aston Martin. Yeah.
Actually, you were telling us earlier that this car was used for a TV show.
Yeah, El Santo, the Saint, on TV in 1960 with Roger Moore. And then after that, there were a couple of movies that were made from the Saint, but I think in 1970 or 1980, I can't remember who was in it, but Roger Moore, after he did the Saint on TV, then he did the first James Bond movie. So he did 7 of them. He did 7 James Bond movies, and all the cars are very, very similar to this one, the Aston Martin. But it's a 2-seater. It's got a little seat in the back there, but that's for luggage and for just traveling.
It's more for decoration.
Yeah, it's a 2-seater. It's like a toy. It's just a joy to drive, And I love the way whenever I go in for a gasoline in the car, in a gas station, people come out, and they look at the car, I mean, there's a Corvette right next to me, and they don't even look at the Corvette.
No, they look at the Volvo.
Look at the Volvo. So, we have a lot of fun with it. And then the kids, okay, the kids have absolutely no idea what car this is. A lot of people don't, you know. I said, what car is that? I said, it's a Volvo. They said, that's a Volvo? Okay, todo el mundo conoce Volvo como un bloqueo.
Yeah, because everybody thinks of a 240 Volvo, and they're like,
240,
the same company that make a 240 made this?
Yeah, so así que no saben. Pero, you know, but the kids love it. They go crazy when they see it. Well, it's got a huge following, you know, fan club. And I belong to a club in the United States, and she's got over 110 trophies.
110?
Yeah. And when I came here, when I brought the car here, you know, I gave them to my mechanics, and I gave them to the people that I used to work with, and you know, as a souvenir. But she won the Masters class at the Volvo International 3 years in a row, first place. And then they said, well, you can't compete anymore because we got to give other people a chance.
You got banned just because you were that good?
Well, yeah, they gave me, just for showing up, they would give me a trophy, okay, a master's class trophy, but I wasn't able to compete, you know, in the show.
Yeah, you were technically banned for the show in a good way.
Well, in a good way, yeah, in a good way. So, you know, they always invited me, said, bring the car, and, you know, we'll give you a trophy just for showing up, you know, like, and I said, okay,
So we can say you were winning by default.
Yeah.
That's how easy it was with this car.
Yeah, well, with this car, yeah. Yeah, she only got one second place.
Only one.
Yeah.
That's quite an achievement.
Yeah.
Actually, what did it lose to?
I can't remember. I think it was a Ferrari. Yeah, I think it was a Ferrari, but I can't remember what year it was. But it was immaculate. I mean, I would have voted for it.
You yourself would have voted for that
I
Ferrari.
would vote for that car. Yeah, it was beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, she's fun. She's just a lot of fun to drive. You know, I love going through winding roads in the back. You know, through San
corners and
Sebastian,
just
going up the hill, and you know, downlift shifting, upshifting, and you know, I mean, she's great off the road. And you know, she holds the corners tight, and you know, I very rarely step on the brakes. You know, I just shift. Yeah.
That's quite a testament to the engineering of the car, because these cars, you think of a 60s cars and you think of a Camaro like we saw earlier, a Mustang, and you think those cars don't handle, and then you think about this.
Yeah. Well, you know, this is. I don't mean to knock Camaros or Mustangs.
No,
I don't mean to
sure.
knock them, okay? But you know, they're like cookie cutter cars.
Yes,
okay?
in comparison to this.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you, the
Yeah.
specs.
Yeah, it's a 2-liter engine with twin SUs, and horsepower is like 125. But I modified it. I got it up to about 140. And it's got a 5-speed transmission. It's 4-speed transmission with an electric overdrive. You know,
Electric overdrive?
Yeah, it's the first one. Yeah, the first one with electric overdrive. You know, you press the button, it goes into overdrive. You know, so.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that was a Volvo first, and it came with the original seat belts. Okay, over the shoulder. Volvo was the first one to ever come out with those, the safety seat belts.
So those are two first on the same car from Volvo.
From Volvo.
The Swedish are killing.
Yeah. Well, they were very big on safety, very big, and this car too. I mean, it's all Swedish steel, all steel construction. It's a unibody, so it's all one piece. But I love the grille, okay, because it's got that, you know, shark grille, and I love the back. You know, the original exhaust came out the side, but I didn't like it. I like it the way the Europeans had it with the exhaust.
Yeah, right
coming
straight
out,
to the back.
Right straight through the back, through the you know, through the transom. So I had to lift the gas tank up to bring the exhaust pipes out. But yeah, but you know.
It worked though.
Oh no,
it worked out.
It worked fine. It worked fine. Then my wife picked out the color, you know. So.
Oh, so you repainted it?
Yeah. I repainted it. Yeah, the whole thing. It's still a Swedish color, but it was. But my wife loved the blue, so we painted it blue because I had the whole body all reconstructed, you know, from beginning to end.
Sir, I don't really know what else to say except you got such an awesome car.
Thank you.
Like it really, like the moment we saw you arriving right there in the straight, it caught our eyes. It's inevitable.
Because you won't find another one here like it.
No, definitely not. I already can tell.
You'll see the Corvettes, and you'll see the Mustangs, and you'll see the Camaros.
But nothing like this.
and you know, that's part of the
the charm that the car has.
Exactly.
Sir, it's been a pleasure.
No,
Seriously,
encantado.
thank you.
Muchas gracias. Okay.
Take care.
Okay, igual.
Para todos los que han llegado hasta este punto del video, gracias por estar en sintonía, por estar aquí con nosotros, por escuchar toda la historia del Volvo P1800 de Elías. Y nuevamente gracias a Elías por permitirnos entrevistarte, por permitirnos ser parte, aunque sea de una breve y minúscula manera, de la historia de este carro ahora, haciendo este video y pudiendo hacer esta entrevista contigo. Tenía muchas ganas de subir específicamente esta entrevista porque siento que esto es evidencia de por qué tenemos que darle más atención a personas mayores con estos tipos de carros o simplemente a nuestros viejitos en general. Muchas veces ya nosotros la juventud no nos sentamos con los mayores en nuestra familia o simplemente los que nos encontramos en la calle y escuchar sus historias y dedicarle ese tiempo y no nos damos cuenta de la gran fuente de sabiduría que estamos dejando pasar. Personas como Elías nos las podemos encontrar todo el tiempo y no nos damos cuenta, pero cuando al fin le prestamos atención, vemos que hay mucho más que simplemente lo que vimos a primera instancia. Porque si nos hubiéramos dejado llevar solo por el hecho de que vimos un Volvo que parecía un Aston Martin, lo grabamos, le tirábamos fotos y ya estaba, ok, hasta ahí llegaba la historia. Pero al atreverme a hacerle la entrevista, a preguntarle y poder tener esta experiencia de escuchar toda la historia de este carro, porque ok, en la entrevista no lo pueden ver, pero en realidad él me contó la mayoría de lo que dijo en el video antes, porque pensaba que estábamos grabando y en realidad no, y nosotros pues tan mensos no empezamos a grabar y nos quedamos escuchando porque estaba así de interesante la historia. Pero aprendimos un montón por simplemente tener el atrevimiento de acercarnos y darle una oportunidad a este caballero a hablar. Fue todo lo que tuvimos que hacer. Y no me arrepiento en lo absoluto y creo que ninguno del grupo se arrepiente de haber estado en ese momento y ser testigo de esa historia. Quisiera en el futuro poder reencontrarnos con Elías y volver a ver ese Volvo en persona y ver qué nuevas historias nos cuenta desde que nos vimos última vez en Moca. Y quisiera también poder entrevistar a mucha más gente como él y como las dos personas que estamos pronto a presentar con sus vehículos en próximos videos. Que desde ahora les doy un teaser. Tenemos un Camaro primera generación y tenemos un Trans Am Firehawk, uno de 25 en Puerto Rico. Así que si están interesados en eso, stay tuned. Espero que este video les sirva como inspiración para sacar ese tiempo y ese espacio para dedicarle aunque sea un minuto o un par de segundos para aunque sea decirle hola a esas personas mayores, a esos viejitos que tengas sentado al lado tuyo cuando esté renovando el malvete, cuando estés en el mecánico esperando que te digan el diagnóstico, cuando vayas a la panadería a comerte un buen sándwich de jamón, queso y huevo. Y que nos permitamos como, no solo como jóvenes, pero como la generación que estamos esperando hacer un cambio bueno en el futuro y que vamos a tomar riendas de cómo va a correr la sociedad, que podamos rendir tributo y respeto a esas personas que vinieron antes que nosotros. Y aunque no todos nos van a entender, eso es completamente una realidad, que podamos ser suficientemente respetables y comprensivos para entender que no tenemos que entendernos o caernos bien o estar de acuerdo para poder extender esa mano y ese tiempo a una persona que lo necesita. Si queremos cambiar el mundo, lo mejor que podemos hacer es ser el ejemplo de lo que queremos ver para que esos que inspiremos con nuestras acciones nos puedan seguir. Y si la política, la música, la cultura y el arte no nos unen, pues que por lo menos a través de los carros sí. Así que gracias a todos nuevamente por estar aquí. De verdad, gracias los pocos o muchos que vean este video. Gracias por estar aquí. Y recuerden, es mejor manejar un carro lento rápido que manejar un carro rápido lento. Cuídense.